Hello, welcome to White Baby Gardening and Worm Farm. How are you guys doing? I hope your day is going well so far. I know I told you guys that I was probably going to have my 1000 subscriber celebration today, but unfortunately, I had a lot of things that I had to take care of this week, so I wasn't able to get that set up, and it's gonna take some planning. So I'm gonna be having a celebration, but I'm not so sure when is the best time to do it, especially since I know this is the holiday season, and for those who celebrate the holidays, they're going to be pretty busy around this time of year. So I'm not sure if having that celebration now would be the best time. So we're going to put it off until a later date, maybe sometime early January after all the festivities have ended. Yeah, so if you guys have any opinion on when would be the best time for that, then please feel free to share. Of course, it would have to be either a Monday during the time when I would be doing my gardening live, or Fridays at this time when I usually do the worm farming live. But yes, if you have any opinion regarding what time in January you would like to have it, then that would be great. And of course, for those of you who are interested in it, I'm going to be doing a draw, and I'm going to be giving away grow lights. I'm going to be giving away, I think it is 7-gallon planters, grow bags. There are 6 of them in the pack. And it could be also worm castings or a pound of worms. So it's up to you. You have a choice. Yes, but let me know when you think would be the best time in January to do that celebration. And in the meantime, while you guys are celebrating the holidays or doing whatever for the holiday, I'll be working on how to make the live so that we can choose a winner. I'm not sure how to go about doing that just yet. So I'll try to figure that out over the next couple of days. Yes, so today we are going to be discussing my YouTube community, and I'd like your guys' opinion on it, what you would like to see on the community. Yeah, so let me know what you guys would like to see on my YouTube community. I have a few ideas, but since as the live is all about, not the live, but the community is all about you guys and what you want to see. So rather than me just putting up what I think you want, I think it would be better to get your opinion as to what you'd like to see on the community, and then I can tailor the community towards that. Okay, so some of the ideas that I have for the community is, for one, I'm thinking of doing exclusive videos for you guys. So only members of the community would have access to those videos. And I don't know if you guys would like to see behind the scenes videos. It's nothing funny really. Oh, hi, her healthy home. How are you, dear? Yes, so I'm thinking of doing exclusive videos for you guys, for the community. And those videos are going to include the three areas that my channel focus on, because my channel is about gardening and worm farming and sometimes construction. I don't really do a lot of construction, not because I don't want to, but space to get work done is an issue. So that's why you haven't been getting a lot of construction videos. And I'll try to keep for the construction, I'll try to keep those simple, like simple projects, because not everyone wants to take on a full house renovation and stuff like that. So I try to do just simple projects for you. Oh, hi Makiyahe, how are you? Yes, so today we want to find out what your guys' opinion are regarding what you'd like to see on my YouTube community. Yes. So it can be whether it's farming or worm farm products that you would like to see on it that is exclusive to you guys, or you guys get first preference. Would you like first preference in you get to see the videos before the rest of the viewers? I don't know what it is that you guys would like to see on the community, so please feel free to share your opinion on that. Okay, you're doing well. I'm doing okay too, thanks. Yes, I'm doing okay. I don't know. I don't really know. I haven't been on a lot of communities, so I don't really know what people expect from a community. Oh, thank you, my dear. Thanks. Yes, I don't really know what to put on a community really, so I'm just trying to figure it out. Let's see. Hi, Patricia Wells. You're new to my channel and you didn't have a chance to view my past videos. Do you view cooking your produce? Um, do you view are you asking if I do videos where I show myself cooking my own produce, or are you asking if I watch other people's video where they cook their produce? I'm talking about joining membership. Yes, that's what I'm talking about, membership. Thank you for you see, thank you for that our healthy home. Yes, it's for the membership. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, I think I made an error in my title. Didn't even realize that. So thanks for bringing that up, Khadijah. Yeah, so let's see. Okay, my videos cooking my own produce. Um, no, I don't do those videos, but if you would like to see that as a part of my membership, then sure, that could become a part of it. That's a good suggestion because I've had every now and then I will have one of my viewers ask, why don't I do cooking videos for the things that I produce in the garden? But I'm not really, because the channel is not geared towards cooking. So because of that, I haven't really been doing that. I think I maybe did two videos about that in the past, but because the channel is not geared towards cooking, then for that reason I haven't done it. But if that's what you would like to see, then sure, it can become a part of it. And then if I do, I would be doing a Jamaican twist on it because I'm Jamaican, so I'd cook Jamaican style. So let's see. Our healthy home says, "Oh, very exciting." Oh, thank you. Yeah, so that is what I have in mind. So maybe I should jot down that suggestion as one. Okay. Yes, so I was asking earlier in the live before some of you viewers came on regarding my celebration for my 1,000 subscriber, which I haven't done yet. Um, What would you guys like as because I'm going to be doing a draw. I don't know how I'm going to do the draw yet, but I'm going to be doing a draw and I'm going to be giving away grow lights, two grow lights that are 24 inches long, and I'm going to be giving away a 6 pack, 7 gallon each grow bag, and I can give away worm castings or a pound of worms. So, what would you guys, if you are interested in the live, what would you guys prefer? Because all of these are options. So, I'm putting it out there so that in case you guys are interested, then you can let me know. Let's see. Patricia says, okay, makes sense. I'm a Virgin Islander and would enjoy your recipes. Oh, that's good. Thanks, my dear. Who are you calling big head child? Ay. Okay, you'd like the grow lights. Okay. Okay, so yes, I've already purchased all of the bags and I purchased the grow lights. I haven't wrapped them yet, but they are here. Okay, you would like the grow lights too, and okay, well that's good. It's gonna be an option though where when I do the draw, okay, our healthy home says the grow light is great. So it seems as if everyone would prefer the grow light. I can only ship it to US, this England or Canada, but beyond that, no. And that's a very good question, Khadija. So might be good to tell people where you will ship before entering. Yes, that is true. Yes, good point. Thanks. Yeah, so only the US, England, and Canada. So when I'm doing the draw, the winner is going to get an option, and I think I'm going to have maybe two or three winners for second and third place. And then out of these items that I mentioned, then the winners will get to say which gift they would prefer. And of course, the first place winner would get the first option. But yes, so that is how I'm thinking of doing it. Vermicompost, learn by doing. How are you? All right, I caught a live, but I can only stay for a few minutes. Okay. Yes, welcome to the live. Yes, so today we're talking about membership, and I'm thinking about creating my membership community and just want to know what your guys' opinion are regarding what you would like to see on if you are a part of that membership. What is it that you would like to see? Would you like exclusive videos? Would you like to be the first to view my videos that I upload? Would you like to see products on my member available to you as members? Or what is it that you would like to see? So let me know, because at the end of the day, what is important is not what I want. Since as it is for the viewers and not for me, then what your opinion is, that is what really matters. So let's see. Kadisha says, will you be posting on the community tab? Maybe make a poll for those who aren't here. Yes, I'm thinking of doing that as well, because I know that people are busy, and at this time of day, a lot of people are at work, so they won't get to join the live, so they won't know. They won't have access to this information. And you know how it is, a live is usually an hour or so. So because it is something long, a lot of times people will not watch it if they didn't catch the live show. So yes, I'm definitely thinking of putting it on the community tab. Which is another good suggestion, my dear. Thanks for that too. So Kadisha, do you ever think of doing a worm farm, or are you just satisfied with having worms in your garden? And do you worm farm, Patricia? Let's see. Her Healthy Home says cooking is cool. Maybe a tour of the garden area or the worm farm. Okay, good, good. Um, Vermicompose says quick, candid, unedited videos that shows that you are up, what you're up to, that only members can see. Maybe. Yes, I was also thinking about that. It's a good suggestion as well. Let's see. Patricia says if you can, the life cycle of growing pineapples from beginning to harvest. The only sad thing is that I am not in a region where I can grow pineapple, because although I said I'm Jamaican, I'm living in the very cold part of Canada. I'm in Saskatchewan, and our growing season is only 3 months, which means that if I'm going to grow pineapple, I would have to have them indoors most of the year. So growing pineapples in this region is not really worth the effort because it takes too much. But that's a good suggestion though. As pineapple usually take 3 years to produce. Yes, so it actually take long. It doesn't produce within a year. Let's see. Hi Rodney. Okay, my recipes from the garden. Okay, so you have the same idea as Patricia. Okay, you don't do any worm farming, Patricia. Okay, good. Let's see. Vermicompost says, I agree with Rodney, recipes from the garden. So that's three persons suggesting recipes from the garden. Okay, so it seems as if that is definitely going to be a part of it. Let's see. Her healthy home says, good question. Right now, I can barely manage what I have. I think down the road it might be something I try. I definitely know where I'll come for information. Okay, yes, there certainly is a lot of information if you come to this channel when it comes to worm farming, and hopefully, I'll be able to continue to provide you guys with practical information that can help you with your worm farming as I learn from you guys as well. Do you can your produce since you have a short growing season? No, I don't do canning. I At one point, I think that was about 2019, I dehydrated a few stuff from the garden, but I don't do canning, don't do dehydrating. I chop and freeze what can be chop and freeze, but I don't do canning. It is something that I was considering in 2019 as well, but I never really got into it. I don't know why I haven't gotten into it, but I'm still thinking about doing that. But for now, it's not going to be much of an option for me because I have to simplify my life first before I can take on any other activity because I'm quite overwhelmed at the moment with things that need to be done. So I think I need to find a way to simplify first before I take on any other activities. Let's see. Rodney says, "Hi, Mrs. White Davy or Miss White Davy. Um, how are you doing, Rodney? I haven't seen you in a while. So, what about products on available to members, like T-shirts and stuff like that? Do you think that would be a good idea as well? Or what about um, worm farming products? Because I do make a few products for worm farming, like the sifter, and I do various size sifters. So, for example, I'll have sifter that do fine sifting, the quarter inch or the 1/8 inch screen, and these come in various sizes as well. So there will be the simple little one that is handheld, which is about 15 inches in length. And then I have those that can be used on your wheelbarrow. And I use half-inch screen, quarter-inch screen, and 1/8 screen. So if you would also like to see products on available to members, then let me know and I'll work on that. Let's see. Okay, you're doing well, Rodney. I'm doing okay too, taking life one day at a time. Let's see. Han says, what were your suggestions? My suggestions for, you mean my suggestions for the membership? The suggestions were exclusive videos on worm farming, small construction projects, and on gardening, or behind the scene footage of videos, or first option to see some of my videos, stuff like that. Yeah, so those were my suggestion, and then you guys suggesting doing some from garden to kitchen recipes and stuff like that. So those are the suggestions so far. Let's see. Um, our healthy home. When you say seeds, can you explain what you mean? Are you saying make seeds available on the membership, or are you showing videos showing me harvesting seeds or how to harvest seeds, stuff like that? If it is to make seeds available on my membership, that is, it can be an option, but it is a bit tricky because Saskatchewan is very, let's say that they own the market. The market is, they have special farmers who produce their own seeds and they market the seeds, and they don't just allow you to just harvest your seeds and sell it to others. You have to go through some form of organization. So for that reason, I don't consider selling seeds because it's just too much hackling. So yeah, so if it is selling seeds, then I don't really think it is an option, unless I would be selling seeds that others produce, which don't think I would want to go that route. Let's see. So on why it says sifts and other worm farm products. Okay. Let's see. Rodney says, Miss White Davy, have you been pickling your harvest? No, I have not pickled anything. Yes, I haven't pickled anything. I'm not a big fan of pickle. My kids love pickle, so maybe for their sake I would. But I'm not a big fan of pickle, and when I think of pickle, it's a bit different from what most people call pickle, because growing up in Jamaica, we have what we call pickle pepper, and we have two different types of pickle pepper where one is more of a pepper sauce, than a pickle. And then our scotch bonnet peppers, we would pickle that with onions and garlic and stuff like that. So peppers are what Jamaicans usually pickle. There are some who pickle all sort of stuff, but for the most part, when we're pickling, it is our scotch bonnet peppers that we would pickle, and then we would use it when we escovitch or fry fish. We'd use it on other things, but mostly for fish recipes. So for pickling, I haven't really done any of that. It is something that I do think of for the sake of the kids, but haven't gotten into it yet. Yes, there's so much that I want to get done, but I think I need to simplify my life first before I can actually start embarking on a lot of things. And then a lot of things I don't really know how to do them. So it would require me doing a lot of research, whether watching YouTube channel or otherwise, to see the best way that I would like to do it or the best way for it to be done. And then don't have time to look into some of those things yet. So I'm just trying to get the projects that I have on hand now, get them completed, or for those that need to be organized, I'm just trying now to get everything organized where once I get that done, then I can have my life simplified, and then I can start thinking about researching and learning how to do other stuff. Don't know much about how to do canning. I started doing research on it, um, well, most of those things 2019, but never really got anywhere with that. But then I know Kadisha is pretty good at her canning stuff, so I know where to go for those canning videos. Let's see. And White says, do recipes from your garden. Okay, so that's one more person suggesting doing recipes from the garden. So it seems as if that is definitely going to be a part of it. Now, that is also going to mean that if I'm going to be doing recipes from my garden, I'm going to have to do recipes in videos in advance, since as I don't pickle and I don't can. So I'd have to do videos in advance so that I'd have enough to take me through the course of the year. Maybe 12 videos would work. But yes, definitely going to be working on that. Let's see, Patricia says, how about videos of table scraps growing? Okay, that's also another good idea. Example, lettuce, celery, bagged beans, and peas, or showing us how you are organizing your projects. Yes, definitely I can show you how I'm organizing my projects. I'm currently in the process of reorganizing my worm farm. It seems I keep on organizing the worm farm the way that I think it would work best, and then somewhere along the line things get changed and I'm reorganizing again. So it seems as if it never really ends, because I'm always trying to find the most efficient way to do it so that I can save time, because time and I are not really good friends. So I'm always reorganizing. But yes, that is a good idea. I think I should jot that down too. And she said, table scraps, blowing the regal. Now, you all have some pretty good ideas. So thank you for your input. I appreciate it. Yeah, so definitely I'm going to be working on that. And that also means that I'm going to have to create a space where I can do some of those videos for you guys. Know that I'm not outdoors because of the weather. So a lot of the recording that would be done outdoors cannot be done outdoors. There's no garden out there. And for those that can be done indoors, well, they're all being done indoors, but It's kind of difficult recording indoors at the moment because I use my office for recording most of the time. But then my daughter does her online schooling here, and I can't be making noise while she is in school. So I'm going to have to try and work up a secondary place where I can record while she's in school, or at least try to organize myself where I'm recording either before she starts school in the morning or in the evening after she ends school. But those are usually some of my busiest time of day. So we'll see what I can work out, but definitely I will try work on those videos. So the good thing though is that for those garden to kitchen videos, the good thing about it is that for now I don't have a garden, which means that I have a lot of time on hand. Yeah, right. That I can plan ahead in terms of video ideas for those kitchen to garden to kitchen videos. So I think I'm going to be working on those ideas over the winter, and that would make things a lot easier for me because then when I have the next garden, I can just start the recording because I already have the video ideas recorded. Let's see. Hi, Mom. How are you? Yeah, so, Mom, we are discussing my YouTube membership and what sort of videos you guys would like to see or what you would like to see on those membership. Yeah, so if you have any opinion on that, of course, feel free to share. No pressure. No pressure. Yes, just looking for ideas that the community would like to see rather than what I would like to see because sometimes we get ideas and we think that, okay, this is a good idea, but it's not necessarily what the viewers want to see. So I'm trying to tailor the membership so that it would be more pleasing to the viewers rather than be pleasing to me. Of course, it has to be pleasing to me as well, but the viewers are more important. So you guys, do you have an indoor garden or do you have plants that you're overwintering at this point in time? Are you able to grow outdoors? I don't have an indoor garden. There are a few things that I need to get started though. So I'm going to be working on that pretty soon. I think by January I should have for those plants that take long to produce. By the year end, I intend to start those from seeds or get those started. But I don't really have an indoor garden. I do have a few plants inside that I am overwintering, and they're struggling because sometimes, to be honest, I forget about them. Yes, sometimes I forget about them, and then other times they're just so cold because they're up against the window. So although the house is heated and keep the temperature at a nice, but because they're up against the window, they are experiencing both the indoors and outdoors temperature. So they're not doing so well. Let's see. And says my overwintered peppers are all dying, but I saw a few chilies and sweet peppers. Okay. Mine are not dying, they're dead. Yes, my peppers I brought two of the Scotch bonnet in to overwinter. Those died, and I had three of them outside in the garage. Those died as well. I just went yesterday to see what's going on with them. I realized that they were dead. But my bomb chili is still doing well, sprouting and growing, struggling for light. So it's kind of leggy, but at least it is surviving. So definitely my Scotch bonnet, I'm going to be sowing them by the first week in January. those definitely, I was looking forward to having a good harvest of Scotch bonnet peppers this year, but that didn't work out. And I planted a lot of Scotch bonnet plants because I wanted to actually freeze them. I wanted to have enough to freeze where for the entire year I wouldn't have to worry about Scotch bonnet peppers. But it was a disappointment, mostly because of the fungus gnat and the curly top virus. But hopefully this year it won't be so bad. I'm going to be taking steps to ensure that this time around when I plant my Scotch bonnet, that they won't have such issue. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to ensure that at least one of my Scotch bonnet plants this year is properly secured so that no pest can get to it. So that even if the others don't do well, at least I will have one plant. Because with one plant, if I start it early, then I should be able to have a fairly good harvest. So that is the plan for my Scotch bonnet pepper next year. We'll see how it goes. We can always plan, but it doesn't always work out. But still better to have a plan, because when you plan ahead, then you will get better results. Let's see. Patricia says the Scotch bonnet may not be dead. Cut the stem, and if it is still green, they can be saved under your grow lights. Yeah, they're dead. Yes, I cut the stem. I cut the stem and they were dead. Well, I did not cut the stem for the ones in the garage, but for the ones that I have in the house, they definitely are dead. So I'm gonna be doing that with the one in the garage, and to see if it's not dead, then that would be good. But I kind of wasn't expecting much from them, to be honest. And because the main reason why I wasn't expecting much from them is because of the damage that they got from the fungus gnat and the curly top virus, because the plants were actually stunted. So I think it might be better to just start over from scratch with plants that are very healthy rather than the stunted ones. But anyway, it was worth the try. Yes, it was definitely worth the try. At least I know it didn't work. So we'll see. But next year I will try to overwinter again. I've never really overwintered any plant. The only plant that I have that grow year round without me having to worry too much about it is my aloe vera plants. Everything else seemed to be a problem. It's just too cold, and then because I don't want to use the grow lights, because you know how it is, grow lights, if you have to run them for 7 months, and for our region, you'll definitely be running it for 7 to 8 months out of the year. It can get pretty expensive running a grow light for so long. So I don't really want to be using grow lights for extended period of time. So for me, grow lights is pretty much like at the start of the growing season when I'm starting my plants indoors. That is when I try to use my grow lights. Or if I'm trying to extend the life of the plant long enough for me to be able to harvest from it, then I'll consider using grow lights. But to run the grow lights year round, it's it's just too expensive. And then I know how I am. If put one plant underneath the grow light, I'm going to want to add more plants, and the more plants I had, the more grow lights I'm going to turn on. Yes, so let's see. And says she will not overwinter any more peppers. Well, I intend to overwinter my Scotch bonnet peppers next grow after the next growing season. Um, I want to see that it work, and the thing is, the longer you have the pepper plants, the more peppers you can actually harvest each year. So for that reason, I will definitely try to overwinter my Scotch bonnet peppers and hope that it works. We'll see. Time will tell. Yes, but So far, I haven't been successful with the overwintering of the plants at all. Last year, after the growing season, I brought quite a lot of plants indoors to overwinter, and they were somewhere on the windowsill. And then I created a table or bench for the rest of the plants and put it by the window. So I had quite a lot of plants last year to overwinter, but unfortunately, they weren't getting enough sunlight. My house is not oriented where I have a south facing window, unfortunately. So that was one of the issues. So they weren't getting enough light, and then the ones that were so close to the window was too cold. So that didn't work out, but definitely I'm still going to keep on trying to overwinter. And for the Scotch bonnet pepper, if it's just one plant, I don't mind having a grow light going for that. But for other plants, if they cannot survive on my windowsill, then definitely that's not going to be an option for me. So, do you guys usually start your seedlings indoors early before you actually start, before the growing season starts, or do you usually just plant everything outdoors when your growing season start? Up to the last two the last 2 years, I've been starting my seedlings indoors. Usually, I would just wait until the growing season start, and then I would plant everything outdoors, whether from seeds or seedlings. But in the last 2 years, I've been starting them indoors because I realized that because we only have like 3 months, occasionally you might have a little extension, sometimes you might have less, where you get nice warm weather. So, because of that, I have been starting indoors. But now I'm going to make it consistent where I start my seedlings indoors. And some of them, I don't know, I guess maybe because I'm from the tropical region, so I like to grow certain type of plants that just cannot grow here. So some of them I have to be starting them months in advance in order to be able to harvest anything, which is a pity, but it's a sacrifice that has to be made because I just can't see myself without the Scotch bonnet because it's not easy to get them here. And sometimes when you get them, because they harvest them before they really reach maturity, so you don't really get good quality. And then sometimes you get Scotch bonnet, but it is not the Jamaican Scotch bonnet pepper. So because it's not that variety and that is the variety that I'm looking for, then definitely I have to start them long in advance. Let's see. Hi, Haiti Robinson. Let's see, you started indoors last year, but this year most will be direct zone. Okay, okay. Yes, the growing season, there are some things that we can plant here. We can start from seeds here when the growing season starts, and we'll be able to harvest them, but not everything. So for those things, we have to get an early start and then, but then, like talking to some of the gardeners here in Saskatchewan, a lot of them don't really wait to start their garden when the growing season starts. Some of them start some of their plants like before the growing season actually start, especially for their cool weather crop. And I think I'm going to be doing that too for the cool weather crop because I noticed that one, once the growing season starts, it usually gets warm, too warm, or it is too cool. And then when it gets too warm too fast, then the cool weather crop don't really come to anything. 2020, I had a really nice harvest of my cool weather crop. 2021, everything started to bolt pretty early. So definitely I'm going to be starting quite early and to see how it works out. Let's see. and says, I sowed my scallions, aubergines, strawberries, and white onions on my windowsill. Oh, okay. Let's see. Hi, little farmer. Hi, hon. Tony here from Manchester, UK. Okay, thank you for joining the live, little farmer. Yeah, so definitely I'm going to be starting my cool weather crop. I noticed that when I start cool weather crop indoors, for whatever reason, when I transplant them outdoors, they don't seem to do as well as the ones that I direct sow. So I think I'm going to be direct sowing those outdoors. And for my warm weather crop, depending on how much time they need, I'm going to be starting them some of them indoors, some of them I'm going to be direct sowing. And the thing is though, I'm kind of timid to start some of the things outdoors because I noticed that a lot of the Saskatchewan growers tend to start a little bit earlier than what is recommended, and the seeds just stay there and nothing happens. But I'm always afraid that maybe the seeds are going to freeze and then they're not going to germinate. I don't know what I'm afraid of, because I mean, if I sow the seeds and they freeze, then so be it. Sow some more, but it would be a lesson for me. At least I would know what works. But I don't know. I know that a lot of the seeds that we get here has to be modified to ensure that they can grow here, that they are winter hardy. So I don't know if the seeds, those are the seeds that I buy, but then when those plants grow and produce their own seeds, are those seeds winter hardy as well? What do you guys think? Do you think they would be winter hardy as well? That is what I would like to know. So I think maybe I should try that, try and sow some of them a little bit, maybe a week or two before the growing season actually start, and see what happens. But I learned something interesting this year. I didn't know that you could actually sow carrot seeds long in advance before before the time to sow carrots outdoors. But I saw quite a few people doing that and they had a nice harvest of carrots. So I learned something interesting. So this year I'm definitely going to be trying that, because this last growing season I think I was a bit late in sowing my carrots. But this year it took so long for the place to actually warm up. And then by the time the place warmed up, it was a little on the late side. So this year, or this growing season, I'm definitely going to try sowing those carrots, because carrots are one of those things that in my garden it is a must. Carrots and my tomatoes, those things are definitely a must in my garden. So I'm gonna try early this year, this growing season, and see what happens. Okay, so pretty soon I'm going to have to end the live because my daughter is going to need to get back to school in a few minutes. I can hear my son out there disturbing her already. Yes, guys. So thank you all for your participation and for those wonderful suggestions. So I will keep them in mind and I will plan ahead for them and make them a part of my YouTube membership. So I hope you guys will have a wonderful weekend, that you will stay safe, and that you will have a successful garden, whether you're growing one indoors now or when the growing season starts next year. So stay safe, have fun, and have a wonderful weekend.